Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Akarkadash. Shalom to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And I say shalom to the Akim out there. And this is a sit-down lesson that I wanted to bring out of this recent news article. And this is from ntd.com. Published by NTD Newsroom, China in Focus, as of July the 25th, 2023, and it reads, Taiwan holds air raid attack evacuation drill. Sirens sound on the streets of Taiwan Monday as troops kick off the week with a annual air raid exercise. In cities across northern Taiwan, citizens were asked to stay indoors for 30 minutes during the drill called a one and translate as everlasting peace. The drill aims to prepare civilians for natural disasters and serve as a practical evacuation in case of a real attack. And comes comes when amending the current tensions with China, because with the what's going on over there in the South China Sea, right along the Taiwan Strait as well too. As we've been seeing, as throughout of last year, we've been seeing military presence over there in mainland China, over there in the South China Sea. We had China with their military presence over there. When Nancy Pelosi, when she was House Speaker, because we got a new House Speaker, which is Kevin McCarthy, and when she visited over there, China had their military presence over there. And then we've been seeing that as of this year as well too, as China continued to build up their nuclear presence and their military presence as well too. The recent B-1 bombers been flying through closer and closer to the Taiwan Strait. The warplanes and Navy submarine machines, examples like that, amending the tensions between China and the United States over Taiwan. So as we're getting closer and closer of a potential invasion of China invading Taiwan. And this is a preparation exercise right here. As it says again, Taiwan holds an air raid attack evacuation drill, amending the current tensions that Taiwan had against China. Because you got Taiwan and the United States, which is unofficial, increasingly allies with one another. And as of recently, I believe the United States made about 2 transactions, giving Taiwan $500+ million in military aid assistance. And the second transaction, I believe it was like 200 to 300 million military aid assistance as well too, especially with the recent Patriot missile system being deployed over there, and the additional military launchers been deployed over there as well too, unofficially as well too. And with the 100+ reserve soldiers been recently over there within the last couple of months, as of last year as well too, as they help train the Taiwanese soldiers, to get prepared for a potential invasion from China entering Taiwan, and as for potentially that the United States gonna have to come in to help and assist Taiwan, just in case once the actual invasion happens of this closer and closer, and indication signs of China potentially getting closer and closer now, so more than ever invading Taiwan, And as I read this again, as it says again, Taiwan holds a air raid attack evacuation drill. And this is the book of This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 9. It's the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 9, and where you the Holy Scriptures. It says, but when ye should hear of wars and commotions, right, increasing indication and tensions and escalations are stirring up between Taiwan versus China. Of China potentially getting closer and closer to invading Taiwan. And that's when the United States, they're going to have to intervene, and they're going to have to deploy more U.S. soldiers and U.S. reserve troops over there as well, too. And this is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 9. I'm going to bring it out again for edification's sake of the sit-down lesson. It says, but when you should hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 10, and the words of all the scriptures. Then say he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Right, that's what we're seeing. Nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Taiwan versus China. China versus the United States over Taiwan. Over China potentially invading Taiwan. So those are examples of wars and commotions between the different nations and different kingdoms, and the nations rising up against another nation as well too. So with that, hopefully this lesson was edifying of this recent news article, as it says again from ntd.com, published by NTD Newsroom, Focus in China. China in Focus as of July the 25th, 2023, and it reads again, Taiwan hold air raid attack, evacuation for real. So with that, hopefully this lesson was edifying. I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Akarkadash. Shalom to the Akim, scattered to the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And until next time, I will say shalom.